It has a very, very important message to pass along to you. As I mentioned, she was one of the residents that I met here this morning, and she has graciously agreed to tell her story. So I'm going to pass this over to Nicola. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Nicola, and I feel very honored to be speaking to you today. And on behalf of myself and all the other residents of the Bosman, thank you so much for giving us a place to live. It is out of choice that I am staying at the Bosman because for many, many years, beginning at the age of about 14, I started using drugs. I had an idyllic childhood. I was riding my horse, and a very large drug dealer saw me, and this is where drug abuse began. Immediately, I was addicted to cocaine the minute I tried it, and I later on found out, many, many years later, that I was bipolar, and it was this substance, it was almost like a missing part of me. I was extremely shy, and I went against some advice my father had given me. I clearly remember at the age of about 10 of not to ever try drugs because in New York people were leaping out of buildings believing they could fly. I was using drugs for many, many years, and every year I would get a little bit lower. Up until the age of about 28, I was living with the major drug dealers, the importers. I mean, I was sitting on kilos. But as you age, and as I aged, and I wasn't quite so pretty, things began to get worse, and I began prostituting at the age of about 28. I've had numerous attempts on my life. It's a miracle I'm here today. And I believe it was just last November that I was actually sleeping on the street. And if somebody had told me 14 that you're going to be living outside, I would have never believed them. It wouldn't have happened. I mean, my life was set out. I was to go to university, buy a car. I had a lot of support at that time, particularly from a Rosalind Rossi, who chased me around and wouldn't let me get away. I eventually got into triage. I got a couple of questionnaires, and I fit into the protocol for this program. And I just thank God this day that I was accepted to the Bosman Hotel. The staff are wonderful. I cannot say how great they are. They never lose their temper. They treat you as an equal. I don't feel like I'm being patronized. I have a beautiful room, and it is by choice that I'm living here today, because I could probably go back with my parents, but I believe I've got myself this far down. I have to get myself out by myself. And I just want to thank you all very much for coming, and I just thank everybody that was involved in making this possible, because if it was not for this place, I do believe I would be dead today. Thank you very much.
So that's a very grounding story for us to hear this morning, and it's really what this day is all about.